The message arrived late at night, the kind of message that made Bai Lu's heart skip and her mind race in equal measure. Joseph Zeng's name flashed across her phone, and even before opening it, she knew it was different. Something in the way he reached out, something in the timing, made it clear that this was not just another casual chat. The words he typed carried weight, hesitation, and an honesty she hadn't seen in a long time. "Bai Lu," it began, "I think I'm beginning to have feelings for you, but I'm not sure you're ready for anything serious." Her fingers trembled as she held the phone. She had anticipated surprises before, but nothing quite like this. A confession wrapped in uncertainty, a spark of hope entangled with doubt, a truth that demanded attention. She paced the room, the city lights outside her window flickering like fireflies, each one reflecting the turmoil within her. Every instinct told her to respond carefully, to weigh the consequences, to measure her words, but the pull of curiosity, of emotion, was too strong. She had to know what he truly meant. The next day, Bai Lu found herself standing outside the cafe where they had first met months ago, her nerves jangling with anticipation. Joseph Zeng was already there, leaning casually against the counter, yet his eyes betrayed a storm of emotions. She approached cautiously, unsure if she was ready to face what she already knew deep down. He looked up, a half-smile forming, tinged with both hope and vulnerability. "I wasn't sure if you'd come," he said quietly, his tone carrying the weight of sincerity that made her pause. "I needed to see you, to speak without the screens, without the messages, without the distractions. I need you to understand me, to understand this." Bai Lu nodded, her heart pounding. She had heard confessions before, promises wrapped in charm and timing, but this was different. Joseph Zeng's eyes were open, unguarded, raw with emotion. He wasn't hiding behind humor, behind bravado, behind the safety of distance. He was here, present, offering her a glimpse into a heart she hadn't fully explored. "I don't know if you're ready," he continued, his voice barely above a whisper, "and I don't want to rush anything, but I can't ignore what I'm feeling. Every time I see you, every conversation, every laugh, it pulls me closer. And I can't pretend it isn't happening anymore." Bai Lu swallowed hard, a mixture of anxiety and curiosity flooding her senses. She wanted to retreat, to protect herself, to hide from the intensity of what she was feeling, but something held her in place. His gaze, steady and unwavering, made her feel as though the world had shrunk to this single moment, to this single truth. Joseph Zeng reached out, his hand brushing against hers lightly, a touch that sent electricity coursing through her veins. "I'm not asking for an answer now," he said softly. "I just needed you to know how I feel. I can't keep it inside any longer. But I need to ask, are you ready for this? Are you ready for us, if it ever becomes something more?" Bai Lu felt her pulse quicken. She wanted to speak, to pour her own emotions into words, but the enormity of the moment silenced her. She had spent months guarding her heart, carefully measuring her steps, and now, in one breath, one touch, one confession, all of her defenses threatened to crumble. The cafe around them faded. The hum of conversation, the clatter of cups, the soft music, all of it disappeared. There was only the tension, the electricity between them, and the question hanging in the air like a storm cloud ready to burst. She wanted to respond, to give voice to the turmoil in her heart, but before she could, Joseph Zeng continued, leaning slightly closer, as if every word needed to reach her soul directly. "I don't know how this will end," he admitted, his voice low, almost fragile. "I don't know if it's the right time, or if I'm even the right person. But I know that I can't pretend any longer. You've become too important, Bai Lu. You matter too much. And I can't sit back and wonder what might have been without telling you the truth. I'm not asking for anything immediate, I need you to know." Bai Lu's breath caught, her mind spinning. Every word, every pause, every flicker of emotion in his eyes was like a spark, igniting feelings she had tried to bury under caution and reason. She wanted to reach for him, to close the distance, to finally allow herself to feel. But before she could, the cafe door opened again, and a sudden presence shifted everything. It was a friend she hadn't seen in weeks, someone who had always been protective, always cautious, always wary of Joseph Zeng. Their eyes met hers, a flicker of concern and curiosity, and Bai Lu felt a jolt of panic. Could this confession withstand interruption? Could the truth survive external pressure? And more importantly, was she ready to act on her own feelings, or would fear hold her back? Joseph Zeng noticed immediately, a subtle tightening in his posture, but he didn't let go of her hand. "Ignore them," he whispered, his voice firm but gentle. "This moment is ours. This is about us and what we feel, not anyone else." Bai Lu nodded, though her chest heaved with uncertainty and excitement. She had come seeking clarity, and now the truth was laid bare before her. The question that had haunted her for weeks, the question of whether she was ready for love, whether she could trust her heart again, loomed larger than ever. "I want to know you fully," Joseph Zeng said, his eyes searching hers. "I don't want half-truths, half emotions, half love. If we're going to do this, I want it all, and I want it to be real. But only if you're ready, Bai Lu. Only if you truly want it too." Bai Lu's hands trembled. Her mind raced through memories, moments, laughter, shared glances, and unspoken connections. Could she risk it? Could she open herself fully, knowing the uncertainty, knowing the challenges, knowing the vulnerability? Her heart urged her forward even as fear tried to hold her back. And then, just as she was about to speak, a sudden notification on her phone froze her completely. Another message. Another twist. The words glowed on the screen. "I know what's happening between you two. Be careful. Not everything is as it seems." Her eyes widened, and Joseph Zeng leaned closer, concern flickering across his features. The confession, the emotions, the moment she had waited for, it was no longer just about feelings. It had become a test, a challenge, a choice that could change everything forever. Bai Lu's heart raced, her mind spinning with possibilities. She wanted to respond, to take his hand, to step fully into the unknown, but the words on the screen reminded her that love, even when confessed, never comes without obstacles, without danger, without uncertainty. Don't miss the next part, where Bai Lu makes a choice, secrets are revealed, and Joseph Zeng's feelings are tested in ways that will shock you. Watch the full story now to witness the emotional twists, the confessions, and the heart-stopping moments that fans around the world can't stop talking about. Click play, subscribe, and join this unforgettable journey. Bai Lu stared at her phone, the message still glowing on the screen, her hands trembling. Joseph Zeng's words replayed in her mind, a mix of honesty, hesitation, and longing that made her chest ache. She could feel the pull of something she had ignored for weeks, a spark she had tried to suppress, but could no longer deny. When she arrived at the cafe that afternoon, Joseph was already there, pacing slightly, his eyes scanning the door every few seconds. The moment she stepped in, he stopped, a wave of relief and nervous energy washing over him. Their eyes met, and for a heartbeat, everything else ceased to exist. The chatter of the cafe, the clinking of cups, the world itself faded. There was only him, and there was only her. "I wasn't sure if you'd come," he said softly, voice low, almost breaking yet firm. "I needed to see you, to speak directly, not through screens, not through texts. I needed you to hear me, and I needed to see you hear me." Bai Lu's heart raced. She wanted to respond, but words failed her. She hadn't anticipated the intensity of seeing him like this, so vulnerable, so honest. She sat down slowly, every step feeling heavy with anticipation and fear. "I can't hide it anymore," Joseph continued, leaning forward, his eyes fixed on hers. "I'm beginning to have feelings for you, Bai Lu, real feelings. But I don't know if you're ready, and I don't want to push you into something you're not prepared for. I needed to tell you. You deserve to know." The honesty in his voice, the raw emotion, it all struck her deeper than she expected. Her mind spun with memories, moments, laughs, glances that had always felt significant, yet she had never admitted the truth to herself. And now here it was laid bare. Before she could speak, Joseph reached out, gently placing his hand over hers. The touch sent a jolt through her, a mix of warmth, fear, and excitement. "I'm not asking for an answer today," he said quietly. "I just wanted you to know what I feel. But if you're willing, if you want to explore this, I promise to be patient, to respect your pace, and to be here for you." Bai Lu swallowed hard. Her heart pounded. She wanted to speak, to tell him she felt the same, but doubt lingered. Could she trust her feelings? Could she allow herself to step into something serious after everything she had experienced? Her fingers tightened around his, and she finally whispered, I need time. I need to think about this." Joseph nodded, understanding, though a flicker of hope shone in his eyes. "Take all the time you need," he said gently. "I'll wait. I just needed to be honest. That's all I could do." For the next few days, Bai Lu was restless, torn between excitement and uncertainty. She replayed every moment with Joseph in her mind, every word, every glance, every heartbeat. And then, a call came that changed everything. It was a friend, someone she trusted, someone who had been quietly watching the tension between them. "Bai Lu," the voice said softly, "I think you need to know something. Joseph isn't the only one fighting his own doubts. He's worried about you, about your past, about whether you'll accept him fully. But he's also waiting for your decision." The realization hit her like a wave. Joseph Zeng's feelings were real. His honesty, his vulnerability, his patience, it was all genuine. She could step forward, trust herself, and finally allow herself to experience what her heart had been quietly yearning for. The next evening, Bai Lu returned to the cafe. Joseph was there, exactly where he said he would be. When he saw her, a smile broke across his face, a mixture of relief, hope, and something deeper, something that told her that this moment could change everything. "I've made up my mind," Bai Lu said softly, her voice steady, her hands reaching for his. "I want to try. I want to see where this can go. I'm ready, if you're still willing to wait for me." Joseph's eyes lit up, and without a word, he took her hands in his, squeezing gently. "I've been waiting," he said, a laugh escaping him, full of emotion. "I'll wait as long as it takes. And I'll be here, every step of the way, if you let me." The cafe seemed to fade again, leaving only the two of them, hands intertwined, hearts beating in unison. For the first time, Bai Lu allowed herself to believe, to hope, to step fully into the moment with Joseph Zeng. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't certain, but it was real. And sometimes, real was enough. Outside, the city lights shimmered, reflecting the promise of something new, something tender, something that had been quietly building between them for weeks. And for Bai Lu and Joseph Zeng, that night marked the beginning of a story that neither expected but both were ready to embrace. Collision, don't miss the next emotional chapter, as Bai Lu and Joseph Zeng navigate love, trust, and the challenges of opening their hearts in a world full of surprises. Click play, subscribe, and follow every moment of this unforgettable journey. Your heart won't stop racing.